Hello, hello, hello. Good morning to you, everyone. This is Recie Myers, better known as Recie by many of my friends, coming to you live from Richmond, Virginia. It's still really there's snow outside. It's not snowing. Hopefully, the sun is going to be out today, and much of that snow is going to dissipate. Anyway, so every morning, Roland and I usually come and we share a nugget or two of something we've been reading or we've been learning. Roland is not with me this morning, but perhaps he'll be with me tomorrow. Good morning, Dion. Good morning to you. So this morning I chose to just share a little bit about what I've been reading. The guy, Bob Proctor, he really intrigued me. Many of the things that he's been saying, some of them have been foreign to me, but I was very interested. He talked a little bit about the science of getting rich, that there's a science to this. He says when he was, I think, like 26 years old, his life was just not going anywhere. He was in a mountain of debt, and, just things were not really good for him. And someone gave him that book, Think and Grow Rich, that I had started reading. I have not finished it. I kind of got stopped and I started looking at somebody else, but I need to go back to it. He said he started reading that book. When he read it, he hasn't put it down since. He spent more than 50 years just, really studying because he wanted to find out what was it in that book that he actually did. He started following the principles that were given by Earl Nightingale. Napoleon Hill, that's the author. He started putting into practice what he had learned from the book. And within 1 year, things had turned around. He no longer was in a mountain of debt. He started getting profits, but he wanted to know what was it actually, what was the specific thing that he did. And so he spent more than 50 years studying this. He says it's a science. In fact, he says there are certain laws that govern the process of acquiring riches. And according to Emerson, scientists said what you put in, what you put out, you get back. All right. So he used that as a principle, and the book Think and Grow Rich that he's been studying forever. Anyway, so he says earning money is a game. It's like a game. I was like, huh? A game? He said, but the thing is, you have to know the rules of the game and the rules of those natural universal laws. And which makes sense. You can't dispute the law of gravity. You throw something up, it will come down. Gravity will pull it down. And there are other natural universal laws. He says, when he describes natural law, he says, natural law is the uniform and orderly method of the omnipotent God. Okay, we can't deny that. God, our creator, he is the originator of all of this. And so we know that there are natural laws. So it kind of got me a little puzzled. Good morning, Jay. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining me this morning. It's just me. Good morning, Elder Charles. Glad that you can join me too. Roland should be back tomorrow. Good morning, Levi. Good morning to you. Do me a favor, share this out. And good morning, Dion Walters. Good morning to you. Hope you are having a great morning. It's a little bit still cold on the side. That's why the snow is still here. But I'm just talking a little bit about Bob Proctor and some of the things that he has discovered. Things that are a little bit foreign to me, but many of the things that he says does make sense. He says, theology and science, a lot of people see them as antagonistic towards each other, but actually he says they complement each other. And the way how he explains this, it makes sense. He says, we human beings, we have the ability to switch our vibration. We all have a vibration. We all are energy. Everything around us, everything, the trees, leaves, this table that I'm sitting at, everything has a vibration. And the reason why we get along with others or some people is because our frequency we are on the same frequency. Sometimes you feel some resistance from someone, or they're giving off a negative vibe. That vibe's vibration. Yeah. They're giving off something negative, And he says, being able to achieve anything that you want in life, you have to match your frequency to that thing. Some people have a lot of worry and doubt in their lives, and they're worried about this and that, and they attract those negative things to themselves. Whereas if you change your thinking and make it more positive, you will attract those positive things into your life. He says some of the laws, and these are not all of them, but he mentioned the law of perpetual transmutation. I got to look that up. He talked about the law of relativity, where you relate something to something else. Like this room is small in comparison to maybe like what do you call, like you go to some arena or something. This room is small, so something is compared to something else. He talked about the law of vibration. He spent a lot of time on that. Law of polarity, law of rhythm. Everything has like the seasons. It's a rhythm. Things day and night. It's everything going in a rhythm. He talked about the law of cause and effect. And we can't dispute that these laws do exist. And he says you can attract whatever it is that you want in your life if you learn the laws and follow them. And you have to do it in a specific order for you to be able to attract the things that you want in your life. There's some others. Come on here. Let me just go on down. Good morning. Please say hi to Kat. Thank you. Yes, I will. I'll tell Roland. He said, sometimes he has insomnia, so he can't sleep. So he didn't get to bed until late. To sleep until late. So he couldn't join me this morning. Anyway, yes, good morning. Yes, Jay from Greater Chicago. Tell me if you have snow up there, Jay. Tell me if you all have snow. Good morning, Gentry. Good morning. Blessings to you as well. Good morning, B. Yes. So like I said, some of these things were a little foreign to me. He made mention of a movie that was put out. I haven't seen it. It's called The Secret, which talks a lot about these laws. So I'm going to try to make it a point to see what it's all about. This is something that he said that caused me to think, and I thought I would mention it. He says, of course, there are other life forms on this planet. We humans, we are the only ones who have higher levels of thinking. And because we have been given the power of choice and free will, but along with that power comes certain responsibilities. Like a baby that's born, if it just lays there, no human contact, nobody taking care of the baby will die because he can't do or fend for himself. Whereas, other life forms, any kind of animals, or horses or goats or whatever, once they are born, instinct takes over for them. It might be a little bit more challenging, but their instinct takes over. Whereas we don't have, we do have intuition, and we have other faculties that help to govern, that we use to govern ourselves. And however, the capacity to choose does not involve freedom from the consequences of our choices. He made that mention. So yeah, like if you don't follow those laws, even if you didn't know, you were ignorant of something, it's going to be at your loss. So it's good to be educated. Good morning, Demetra. Good morning to you. Glad that you can join me this morning. Good morning, Keith. I can wave to both of you. So some of these things, I've never really thought about, and it's somewhat new to me, but I found it fascinating. He says, you don't have to be smart to be wealthy. Case in point, there's something going on even right now in our I'm not going to get political. He said, you don't have to be smart, but you do need to know, learn, follow the natural laws, and we can't dispute those. Natural laws are not made by man. They are made by God, and so nothing we can do can alter those laws. He says, those who do certain things in a certain way, whether on purpose or accidentally, they get rich. However, there are those who do those things, but not necessarily in a certain way. And no matter how hard that they try, no matter how hard they work, no matter how able they are, they don't get the same results. Good morning, Edwin. Glad that you can join me. So he says that one of the questions came up, how do you focus on your vibration and keep it the same? Because you can lose that vibration. He says, you say these little chants every day. I'm so happy and so grateful that I am aware of my vibration, the vibration that I'm in, so that you're bound to have a bad day, because not every day is going to be peaches and cream and roses and everything. But when you have those bad days and you realize the vibration that you're in, you can change it on a dime. You think different thoughts. Sing, even whether you have a sweet voice or not, you can put yourself in a different vibration. You can raise your level of vibration. Good morning, Abraham. Good morning to you. Good morning, Ted. Glad that you can join me. Tell me where you're tuning in from. Tell me what kind of weather you guys are having, and share this out if anything that I'm saying resonates with you. Again, this information comes from Bob Proctor. I had looked him up, and he was sharing some things that were a little bit foreign to me, but a lot of it makes sense, and I've never thought about this stuff before. Good morning, Thomas. Good morning. So he says, if you're in business, the thing to do so that your vibration connects with your client is to fall in love with your client. Fall in love with them. Fall in love with the idea of helping people. And that resonated with me, because that's one of my goals, to be able to help people. And in the process, yes, because even though Roland and I are retired, we're not retired from life. We still have life to live. We still have bills to pay. And so rather than going out and working and promoting another business or another company or another product, we are on our journey to not only brand ourselves, but to be able to help people, and in the process, be able to make a living wage, or make, So anyway, that's what I have for you this morning. I almost said that's what we have for you, but I'm going to go back to that book, Think and Grow Rich. There are lots of other nuggets in there, and I have definitely not finished. And if Bob Proctor spent more than 50 years, using or following those principles, and he's very successful, and so many other people who have read that book are successful, and he wanted to know what specifically, he did to be able to attract that success or bring that success out of him. Good morning, Derek. Glad that you can join me this morning. And good morning, Linda. Good morning. Okay. Good morning, Enoch. And glad that you guys can join me. Roland is not here with me. He is getting some rest. But, there's so much information out there. And sometimes we get so busy in the rat race. We go and running, ripping and running, going to work. There's no time for ourselves to explore some of the stuff that's out there, like especially with these different laws. I can't zip them off. I can't recite them to you, and I don't know what each one, all that entails with each one, but they're there for a reason. So I'm exploring. So somewhere in the description, I do have a link to the group that I'm working with. It's an affiliate. I'm an affiliate. It's called, and it can help you if you are business-minded, if you are into marketing, if you want to brand yourself, anything that you want. If you want to do public speaking, if you want to, whatever it entails, whatever entails marketing, where you can build your own business, whether brick and mortar or online business. So, let's see, guys. Oh, good morning, Freddie. Good morning. Glad that you can join me. So that's what I have for you this morning. Every morning, Roland and I come and share a nugget or two. Good morning, Kina. Oh, wow. Good morning. Glad that you can join me this morning. So every morning, Roland and I come and share a nugget or two that can help you in your personal life, in your business, and we come and share. Roland's not with me this morning; he's just not feeling his best. So we will see you tomorrow, hopefully, both of us. And you make today on purpose. Make it powerful, because guess what? We have the power of choice. We can choose to be happy, or we can choose to stay in a depressed state, and we don't want that. Anyway, enjoy your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.